Hello everyone, welcome to the Behind Enemy Lines YouTube channel. Today we are going to be painting one of Battlefront's new plastic tigers. This is a fantastic model, great to put together. Didn't take too long, it's light as anything. We're going to start using AK Interactive's the late Panzer range. The first colour we're using is called AK004, which is Dunkelgelb Shadow. Throughout this you'll notice I'm having some issues with my airbrush. These are resolved towards the end, and yeah, it's gonna go good. So first things first, we're going to find all the recesses in this miniature and give them a quick spray. This is a very dark brown, almost a black brown. It's just there to make the shadows show through, make them pop. The initial model itself comes in a yellow plastic. I sprayed it black to start with and have gone over the top with a light grey spray to create a zenithal shadow itself, but I'm adding to that using the AK set. I'm only using 4 of the colours rather than the 6 that come with the set. The set is initially designed for large miniatures, so I've only gone with the 4 of the range. So here we go, just colouring this in, making sure that we're getting every area that needs to be darkened. Some overspray will happen, but I wouldn't worry about that, just on account of you're going to colour over it later. Right, now just going on the recoil mechanism on the gun itself and around the barrel, and one of the inevitable airbrush tip cleans there. We've skipped through a bit of these and I've edited out as much as I can of me fighting with the airbrush. Alright, so just around the outside of the hull where that line is, and in between the box at the back and the commander's cupola. Okay, we're nearly done with that one. So next colour up appeared to be the Dunkelgelb Dark Base, which is AK0. Oh no, it's the Dunkelgelb Base, sorry, which is Dunkelgelb Dark Base, which is AK005. It was going on very watery here. I tried to add thinner and drying retarder to it, but it was giving me a bit of grief. But it turns out that was the blockage at the front of my airbrush which was doing that. So we soldiered through it and just pressed through and got that done as much as possible. These two colors here, the AK Dark Base 005 and the AK Dunkelgelb AK006 are a very almost khaki middlestone color. These two are the colors where I'd probably stop if I was doing a vehicle based in Tunisia or a vehicle based in Italy, to say. So this one here, we're trying to block in the main colors on the vehicle itself, but still trying to make sure that those shadows from the shadow color, as it were, the dark shadow, show through. This bit would normally be a lot quicker if I discovered the issue with my airbrush sooner. And airbrush is a fantastic tool for getting things painted fast. I keep pointing out oversprays and issues with the vehicle itself. Once again, this is only the second layer, so getting watery sprays and spidering can be easily fixed. You've got 2 more layers to recover, so don't worry too much about that at this point. Here we're just looking to get that initial color down so it's no longer a grey vehicle, but an actual beginning of a late war tiger. Okay, nearly done with this color. And here we are, moving on to the next one, which will be Dunkelgelb Base, or AK006. As you can see, this one lightens it up considerably, and I'm only trying to really get the high parts on the vehicle, or the bits where the light really hits it. I still want to leave a lot of that shadow behind, because this is a dirty vehicle. We're going to make this as greasy and as battle worn as possible. Alright, so just getting the edges of the fenders there, going across the zimmet and inside the wheels. And the engine backing. No, I don't want to get too much on the back of the engine because it does get affected by grease and such. That bit there where I wicked it away with my finger, don't worry so much about that. The turret will cover that. Alright. Wheels again on the other side. Alright, now we have moved on to... Actually, what happened there is I missed the part where I did a hole, which was Dunkelgab light base, which was AK007. That's why it's so light now. For some reason, the system didn't record that, and I'm straight on to doing Camouflage. This is Vallejo's red brown. With this, it's thinned right down. The air pressure is turned to about 15 psi, and my airbrush is set to skinny lines, about pencil thin as I can get it. So this is well thinned down. I'm just following and making a quick camouflage pattern all over the vehicle itself. Now I've moved on to the next one, which is a Tamiya paint. It's olive green XF58. This is to counter the brown. Ugh, can't do it. The red brown is offset by the green. So here, because Tamiya is a very straight airbrush kind of paint, I still like to thin it down a bit so that this airbrush can get really thin lines. The airbrush I'm using is a Sotar 2020. I don't think it's available anymore from Badger, so there's a newer model out. I may look at getting an upgrade to my airbrush at some stage, but for now this one served me well for a number of years, and it still works as long as you keep it clean. So what I'm going to do now is, I've already painted it, all the details in. That's why you see all the mysterious bits of silver and wood finisher. I'm now adding AK Interactive's enamel wash, dark yellow, for German vehicles. So here we are, just going around all the lines. It's not such a biggie if you get overspill like that there, because we are going to clean it up a bit later with some white spirit. But it's always good that you try and get as thin a line as possible where you're trying to do it. Now zimmet I don't care so much about. I'm just going to try and get it all in the gaps, and then I'm going to wick it all away with an earbud, or as you call it, a Q-tip. So we're just getting those recoil mechanisms of the Tiger and the barrel. Yeah. So this does help it pop a bit. Gets right in there. The AK Interactive stuff is great. It works 28, 15mm, all scales. I think it's initially designed for models themselves, like larger scale models, but it works just as well on 15mm. So there you go, just blocking the cupola and all the other hatches. Now the hull itself, that'll take a while, but not it. It took me a while, sorry, because I've already done it, but it's well worth the wait. Sped up it 4 times, it's a bit easy to watch. Alright, oh, sorry, before I started this, the whole vehicle was coated in gloss varnish. I didn't add the decals at this point. I probably won't, because it's just demonstration. The reason for gloss varnish is it protects the vehicle itself from the next stage, which is the white thinner, and it also helps the enamel wash flow. You've probably seen a few videos using an enamel wash, and they use either a gloss or a semi-gloss varnish, which I've done here. So just around the back of the vehicle near the exhaust. Some of the exhausts round in between them will be very dark because they don't get much light, and it'll be very greasy, very sandy, very dirty. Alright, and I'm also adding the wash to the cabling on it, because I expect the cables on the vehicle would also get greasy and dirty, as well as the actual body of the vehicle. Now the engine covers and exhaust again, the other doohickeys on a Tiger. I don't know their technical names, so there'll be doohickeys for now. And the the cables all around them, and the turret ring. Once again, doesn't matter if you go over the lines, we can always come back and clean up our mistakes later on. Okay, that appears to be done. Now we're moving on to the white spirit. In this, I'm using exclusively Q-tips, or earbuds as they're known, to remove excess. I didn't even bother with the brush. I just got straight in there with the Q-tip. And with the white spirit, on a hot day like it is here today, you have to work kind of fast, just due to the fact that the white spirit evaporates. Now, you can see that I'm trying to remove the excess from the top of the zoom bit there, so that just the remaining enamel stays in the recesses. Just around the wheels, not taking off too much, trying to leave it greasy and battle worn. It comes with 2 sets of skirts when you build the model. I chose the one with the side skirts that were all crimpled and busted up because I thought it looked cool. Alright, so Q-tip works great, gets rid of all the excess, leaves behind what you want to see. And even the stuff, if you accidentally remove something, it leaves a faded look there, so it looks really cool. Alright, getting up to the last bits now of the tiger. Making it pop again, cleaning away that excess. At this point, you'd probably add mud and dirt and stuff, but I haven't. I've just finished it off. Give you a basic quick shot. And here we go. Panther Kampfwagen 6. Tiger tank. Ready to destroy. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.